organic has that potential hydrogen in it. So, all right, so we're gonna read for natural hairstylists. It's important to know the ingredients of shampoo, especially the detergent substance, as they can have a significant impact on hair and scalp. Detergent in shampoos usually consist of a strong surfactant, such as sodium lyre sulfate or sodium laurate sulfate, which effectively remove dirt, oil, and other impurities from the hair. These surfactants are often alkaline and have a higher pH level, which can be harmful to the natural hair. On the pH scale, surfactants in shampoos are usually, you want your pH of the shampoo that you're going to use in your salon, at home. You don't want it to go beyond the 4.5, so you're going to have them at least at the range of 5.5 to 7. Sorry, 5 to 7. Yeah, so you don't want it to be usually higher than 5 to 7, which is more alkaline than the hair natural pH. We said the hair natural pH is 4.5 to 5.5. When the pH of the shampoo is higher than the pH of the hair, it causes the cuticle of the hair to open up, leading to dryness, frizziness, and damage. This can be especially problematic for natural hair that is already prone to dryness and damage. So this tells us just by using shampoo, it's not necessarily that you're avoiding to not put product in your hair. Like, oh, why is my hair not growing? Why is my hair breaking? Sometimes even the product you're using, because you don't know the pH balance of the product, could be really causing damage to the hair and could be really causing problems to the hair. So what should you advise your client to do, or what should you do? First of all, make sure that your back bar has shampoos or have shampoos that kind of have ranges between those pH. So basically, anywhere in the 5, and then if you're like your clarifying shampoos or your neutralizing shampoos, they are going to obviously have higher pH because why? They strip out all the dirt out of your hair, and you have to put nutrient back. While the other shampoos within the 5 range, they are usually like your moisture retention shampoo. They will have some moisture in it, so as they are stripping, they are still depositing some kind of nutrient moisture into the hair. So the hair is not all sapped out of its moisture. All right, did you guys catch that? Yeah. Awesome. So then we go to deionized water. It is a type of water that has had all of the ions removed through an ion exchange process. This makes the water more prone and less likely to contain impurities or minerals that can build up on the hair and scalp. Deionized water is often used in shampoo because it contributes to a more consistent and effective formula. It can also help prevent the buildup of minerals and other impurities on the hair that can make it look dull and appear heavy. By using deionized water, shampoos can provide more thorough cleansing and better conditioning, results for natural hair. Now, you might not have deionized water in your house, and I doubt it. However, making sure that you use soft water. A lot of times, if you use like hard water, you are also creating a problem on your hair. You want to use soft water. How would you know? If you live in an apartment, you can ask, your manager and say, hey, what kind of water do you guys have? You can also test for it. A real good test is when you are in the shower. If you notice that your water is kind of causing like stains on your wall, like you're having patches all over your tiles in your bathroom, or you're seeing this almost like a caramelized, whitish stain all over then you would know that water, it is hot water. It's not soft water. Sometimes another good giveaway to know that you're having hot water is your body actually will probably start, like just you will feel extra dry, and then some people's body would rash up from using hot water. Some people, if you live in a house, you would have a water softener. Like in my house, I have a water softener, and I also have an iron softener. I have two things because I use well water, and well water is supposed to be, full of iron but also soft. But I still use water softener to make my water more softer for my skin and my hair. And what carries your hair? Right? What's carrying your hair? What is the largest organ in your body? Your skin. Your skin is what carries your hair. So it's very important that you keep in mind, or you educate your clients as well, like, hey, what kind of water are you using? That's one question. Two, what kind of shampoo are you using? Or what kind of product? I don't know how many times I've been able to sell product to clients by asking them, do you have product at home? They will be like, yes, I do. What type of product are you using? Oh, I said, show me a picture if you don't have it. Do you know the pH of the product? I automatically know, because I have product knowledge, I automatically know if that product is good for that client's hair or not. And because I already understand what kind of hair type they have, right? So I look at it and I said, nope, this pH of this product is too high for your hair. You might want to use this. And then I'll introduce what I have. They can buy it, great. They cannot buy it. It doesn't matter. I've educated them, right? Because whatever they are using is going to be causing more problem than good. So I guess to say it, it's not just I don't put product on my hair that's causing my hair to be dry. There are so many factors that could be causing damage to one's hair. So many factors. And just by shampoo, we have shampoo. Now we talk about water.
So you're making it a problem. How do you suck it?
1 second. We have shampoo. Actually, I should know how. Do you guys understand this? Because I'm writing on what I wrote on yesterday. This, huh?
Yeah.
And then we have water. And I can always change that. So you said what's your question? I'm sorry?
How do you suck in the water if you live in that apartment?
You can. That's why I said that you can talk to your management.
Suck it.
No. Usually they will have a softener. In Minnesota here, it's very hard to have an apartment that is not using a water softener. I almost think that that's a building code issue, because most houses, like when I built my house. When I did my house, the first thing is, you just know, the plumber will tell you, because what's probably gonna happen is it damages your pipe. If the water is too hard, it causes that. Even the city itself. And another good thing is, if you're living in an apartment that is city water, your water is probably city. It's already, they are already treated, so it's treated water. Yeah, so city water is usually, I drink that water, the tap water back there. I don't filter it, I drink it, because it's city water. And the city water are treated. But in the country that I live, it's not, so I have to treat my own water. So, to say that, if you live in an apartment that you can ask, do you guys have a softener? And I can bet you 10 out of 9, your apartment will be like, yes, we do. And then they'll say, what do you want to do to the softener? What do you want to do? Do you want to blow them up for asking? But that's a question that most people don't ask. But again, how can you not worry about asking your apartment person? It's the water giveaway, the water test. If you want to test your water, if you cannot tell by your bathroom, put that water in a metal cup and let it sit there for a while. I put it in a metal cup and let it sit there for a while. You can see, because again, water is going to have stain. Or when you wash your metal plates, not plastic, because you can't really see anything through plastic. But like when you wash your metal plates, just notice you have patches all over it. And it's easy. I've seen it before. You have patches all over. Or when you look at the crypts of your bathroom, the water is going to have buildups, kind of like a crystallized buildup on the edge, on the trim of your bathroom. Yeah, and then you could tell that your water is hot. And when you even shower with it, you can feel it. Hot water is easy to tell. I mean, smooth water, when water is soft, it runs nicely on your body. When water is hot, you will feel it. Like, it hits you really hard. Like I said, some people break out from it. Sometimes it's very hard to wash up the soap in your body with hot water. It doesn't wash the soap as clean out your body. Yeah. All right, so any questions on deionized water? No. Now, let's go to surfactant. A surfactant is a type of molecule commonly used in shampoo and other personal care products to help cleanse and remove dirt and oil from the hair and skin. That's a test question. So if I were you, I will underline that. Surfactants have a unique chemical structure that contains both hydrophilic, all right, which is water-loving, all right. So now, if I ask you what are surfactant, can somebody tell me what are surfactant?
It's in shampoos and it helps to clean and remove dirt.
Okay, so when I say surfactant, I'm not replacing shampoo with surfactant. Surfactant are just molecules, right? That are in shampoos, right? And they're also in other personal care products. So we have hydrophilic, which is water-loving, and we have lipophilic, which is oil-loving components. So the surfactants are unique chemical structure that contains both water-loving and oil-loving components in them. The hydrophilic heads of the surfactant molecules are attracted to water, while the lipophilic tail are attracted to oil. When a surfactant are added to water, they can form tiny structure called micelles, which the hydrophilic heads facing outwards towards the water, while the lipophilic tail faces inward towards the oil or dead particles. This allows surfactant to effectively emulsify, right? Emulsifying, remember yesterday I said, when you emulsify, what does it mean? What does emulsifying mean? No? All right, let's look it up. Let's look up emulsifying. To emulsify, what does it mean? Because I know you asked me yesterday, right? What is emulsifying? Yeah, she asked me yesterday. You said spell emulsifying. So what is to emulsify? I need you to go into your phones, grab your phone, and start Googling what emulsifying means, and I want you to write it down for yourself. Because if you're going to be making product, you have to learn how to emulsify product. Because how do you mix water and oil together? It's through the process of emulsifying. To make what?
Still using the same word, to make, or, what is the different definition? Mix.
Said give me a simple breakdown
Emulsify.
right here, just one word, mixed together. Yeah, and one word, because I too, when I first had the word emulsify, I was like, oh, it sounds like a big word, but if you remember when I talked to you about, Miss Josephine, I'm talking to you. Remember when I talked to you about my refreshing spray? And I said I mix shea butter and it's just shea butter, what the water component in there, we used some glycerin, but it was distilled water. So your ionized water, your deionized water would be your distilled water. I didn't want to give it away, but distilled water, water that is clean, pure. And I was able to emulsify it by using if there's an emulsifying agent that you buy that helps you mix those two things together. Because oil and water, what's the word? Do they mix? No, so you gotta emulsify them together. All right. Okay, so guess what? Whatever I just read to you guys, I know it's a mouthful, especially with surfactant. So I know it can be very confusing because you're like, what is hydrophilic head? What is lipophilic head and tail? How do they one go outward? How do one go inward? And all it's trying to tell you is the hydrophilic head and the lipophilic head tail, they are both in a surfactant. They are both in that molecule that helps your shampoo move, right? For instance, what is the purpose of shampooing? To clean dirt, right? But if you're using most surfactant, especially if you're using moisturizing surfactant, like shampoo, if you're using like moisturizing shampoo, it has oil component in there. So as the lipophilic head is depositing your oil, your hydrophilic is removing the dirt out of your hair. That's if I'm understanding. And then it creates this foam in your head because your hydrophilic head, it's water loving. It loves water, so you put the shampoo in, and then it just turns into this big old bubble to remove the dirt out of your head, while the lipophilic tail, towards the oil or dirt particles. So it goes inward and try to remove, the oil and particles out of your head. So let's move on. While the surfactant can effectively clean hair, they can also strip hair of its natural oil and moisture. This can lead to dryness, hair breakage, and other damage. To counteract this, many shampoos and conditioners contain moisturizing ingredients, such as a humectant. That's another word, and I'm writing all these words down so we don't get confused in them. So I will put humectant as they are emollients, like natural oil. And then she's doing retwist and 2 strands. All right. Okay, so your humectants are going to be emollients that are like natural oil, which can help replenish loss of moisture and keep hair healthy and hydrated. By balancing surfactants and moisturizing ingredients, natural hairstylists can help keep their clients' hair clean, healthy, and well hydrated. Okay, so again, in your surfactant, you have your hydrophilic head, which is attracted to the water, while you have your lipophilic tail, which is attracted to the oil, right? So those two things are in the molecule of your surfactant, which is also what kind of carries your shampoo. So when those two come together, right, when they get mixed together, right, as soon as you put water on the hair, it activates the hydrophilic head, and then the lipophilic go in there and is trying to sap up all the oil and sap up all the dirt in the hair, right? Does that make sense? All right, and when they are mixed together, it would create, the agent of trying to clean out the hair. And the problem is most companies, like I said, most shampoos or conditioner that are moisturizing shampoo would always have humectant in them. And humectant is oil, they are emollient They are like natural oil that they deposit in there. So my question for you guys is, do you think like a clarifying shampoo, do you think it would have emulsion in it? No. Good. So that tells me for you even saying no, it means that you're understanding this whole process. All right. Will a moisturizing shampoo has an emulsion in it?
Yes.
Yes. However, will a neutralizing shampoo have a hypophilic and lipophilic tail, hypophilic head and lipophilic tail? Will it? Huh? Yes, because every single shampoo, every single cleansing shampoo, neutralizing shampoo, moisturizing shampoo, any kind of surfactant is going to have hypophilic or lipophilic, but not all surfactant is going to have emulsion in them. Make sense? We got it? Okay, which is going to bring us to watch a video, and I didn't want us to watch that video without even understanding this, because number one, she talks like me, so the accent is really thick, but the information is so juicy, all right? So be patient with her. I want you to open up your inner ears to hear her talk to you, because she knows what she's saying.
Happy New Year! Your curls are popping, and this is day 6 hair, and this end of year 2023. I want to see more hair strands shaking at my shoulders before I decide to shrink better to my scalp. Thank you for watching my videos and growing my channel. I spent lots of time and energy making IG videos, with almost forgetting why I wanted to do a YouTube channel. I don't think anybody will remember my deep and thoughtful Instagram posts about hair in 5 years, but YouTube is somehow eternal. This is February the 18th. Valentine's Day has already passed, but I find this blouse so cute that I had to recreate the look. I haven't fully recovered from my cold, so no time for makeup, just my blank panda face. Today, let's talk more about cleansing surfactants, what ingredients I usually avoid when it comes to buying shampoos. If you still have no clue about different types of shampoos and you don't know what surfactants are, you better pause this video and watch the previous video to learn about origins of shampoo and how it became what we are using today. Or you use the YouTube and Google search bar to enter types of shampoos for free content. It's definitely time that you understand what you're buying to become independent from everybody telling you which brand you should be buying. Organic beauty is always best, but not everyone can afford it and wants to strictly exclude certain ingredients out of their hair care. So it's at least good to know what you can buy as an alternative to reap the best benefits for your hair along a healthy diet. Before we hop into the topic, let me show you my hair strands. Look at how wavy it looks when you stretch it out, but it's really a coily, round O-shaped curl pattern. Did I use new styling products? No, I just used the same styling products I used last week. The hair wash started with oiling my scalp.
Now, oiling the scalp is not for everyone. I don't apply it daily. Again, I just do it whenever I wash my hair, and there's nothing wrong with it. I won't get a lot of buildup just because I put oil in my hair or just because I use a cream-based styling product. You don't have to clarify your hair with strong solutions just because of using oils and butters. You have to know what kind of shampoos you're using, you have to know how much you use. And if you wash your hair once a week, and if you've put a cream-based product, or if you've oiled your scalp once a week, it will be fine. But yeah, if you put liters of greasy stuff inside your scalp, which will travel down your hair strands, even though you don't see it, but your pillowcase will tell you, yeah, you will need clarifying solutions to get all this gunk out, especially if you only wash your hair once a month. But yeah, I love a good massage, and the way I massage my scalp is with my wrinkly forehead will be moving around in my entire head.
And then I use the water spray bottle aloe vera gel to detangle my hair in tiny sections. I use the regular shampoo and the deep conditioner. It cleanses my hair very well without leaving my hair split. I used this mask the first time and I loved it. It foams up so a little goes a long way. After deep conditioning, I made my own clay mask with kaolin clay, silk clay, and also Wu powder or Foti powder. It is said to prevent gray hair strands when you drink or apply it on hair strands. So let's see. I used water and I used apple cider vinegar, organic. I used glycerine, and I always have pH paper on hand to test my do-it-yourself mask.
As you know, I love the maximum hydration method and I do a modified version of it. I don't use that egg and avocado mask. Avocados are too expensive, so I'm just going to eat that, and this will be transformed into my body and hopefully make it up to my scalp and out of my hair. But I will not just buy avocado mask and other stuff, mayo and things we all know people try out for hair growth. No, food is expensive, so know what you're doing and know how effective they are. I use 3 types of shampoos. I have a clarifying kind of chelating shampoo. It removes chlorine and hard water buildup. But it's a very strong shampoo, and last year I used it once a week the entire summer, autumn and winter just to see what it will do on my hair strands. Now I use it once a month, but I think I'm going to even use it less and kind of switch up to once every 4 months or maybe just twice a year. Before I started using Olaplex No. 4C, I didn't really buy strong clarifying solutions. What did I use in the past? I simply used clay mask mixed with apple cider vinegar. I don't know the long-term effects for my hair, so I really want to be cautious with using all these strong clarifying shampoos.
Now let's get into the topic. Remember, sebum is an oily substance along with additional cream-based products you put on your hair. It cannot be removed by water alone. Oils and water don't mix because the oil molecules attract each other more than water molecules. So they can't be rinsed away with water alone good enough. Surfactants have a water-loving head that is attracted to water and an oil-loving head that is attracted to oil. They bind oily dirt on hair and scalp to bring sweat away with a water stream. That's why it makes sense to completely drench your hair in water first before you apply shampoo onto your scalp and hair. Surfactants can be divided into their ionic and non-ionic nature. Anionic surfactants carry a negative charge to the water-loving head, called hydrophilic. They provide a lot of lather and cleansing strength in a shampoo formulation. The most common ones are sulfates. They are the primary cleansing agents in shampoo formulations. If the label doesn't explicitly say it's sulfate-free, check the ingredient list. It will typically have one or several of the surfactants listed in the left box. The right box contains the sulfate-free surfactants. Cationic surfactants carry a positive charge and cling to wet surfaces. They are mostly found in conditioners and softeners. Hair strands have a naturally negative charge, but the more damaged it is, so the higher the porosity, the higher the negative charge, which means you need to balance it out with positive charges. That's why conditioners and deep conditioners are designed for different special hair needs. Amphoteric surfactants carry both positive and negative charges. They are very mild and have low cleansing power. You can often find them in baby shampoos or tea tearless shampoos. They decrease the irritancy of a formulation while increasing and stabilizing the leveling qualities. Non-ionic surfactants have no charge to the water-loving hair. The mildest ones are combined with anionic surfactants, also found in baby shampoos. They produce very little foam and act as foam stabilizers and thickeners. Now let's use the previous chart to look into my staple shampoos from the strongest to the mildest. Olaplex number 4C has a blend of anionic surfactants, a blend of amphoteric surfactants, and a blend of non-ionic surfactants. This is why a little goes a long way, the cleansing power is strong, and the lather is so rich when you wash your hair with it. I still have 1/3 left and shared it with my sisters, so you really don't need a lot, which is great. What will we find in the Rawa Classic Shampoo? It surprisingly only contains one anionic surfactant and one amphoteric surfactant. The first lather isn't that rich and barely foams up on my hair. The second lather is definitely better if you're a fan of rich foaming sensation. But it cleanses my hair very well, so I don't think less foam means less cleansing power. It's about the strength of the surfactants used in a formulation. But the foam is definitely not the same as the Olaplex number 4C or Innocence Hydrating Cream Hair Bar. It contains a blend of anionic surfactants and one amphoteric surfactant and one non-ionic surfactant. This formulation gives a very rich foam power with the first lather, so here also a little goes a long way. What kind of sulfate-free surfactants are there? In a co-wash cleanser I've used in the past, anionic surfactants, amphoteric surfactants, non-ionic surfactants. Now, what do I personally avoid when it comes to shampoo ingredients? I try to avoid ingredients that build up on my hair. I prefer the least amount of residues left on my hair, so that conditioners can really do the work they were formulated for, and styling products can coat my hair strands properly. I first started being properly aware of ingredients with my second big job in 2015 while doing the maximum hydration method. It was a tedious routine derived from the curly girl method to make wash and goes doable for type 4C heads who had a hard time clumping their hair, thinking it's an act of God or low porosity hair. The creators found out that they needed a proper cleansing step in their routine because the conditioner only cleansing was building up on the hair strands. Since they wanted to stay within the curly girl boundaries, they refused using shampoos and opted for baking soda and apple cider vinegar cleansers along with clay washes to keep the hair strands as build-up free as possible to promote natural curl clumping and maximum hydration. Healthy and clean hair strands that are hydrated to the max will clump from roots to ends. That's why it's called the maximum hydration method, and I see too many similarities when I hear and see curl experts talk about hydrated hair strands and increasing hydration levels. I still wonder until today why the Max Hydration ladies simply didn't use sulfate-free shampoos or co-wash cleansers, because I avoid sulfates where I can. I'm pretty sure these days the formulations are gentler, but I still have horrible memories of my hair and scalp with sulfate shampoos, and that's why I avoid them. So if you use sulfate shampoos and don't have issues, good for you, but this is my scalp and I've been living 8 years happily without them. I also avoid silicones when it comes to cleansing my hair, no matter how water soluble they are. The aim of shampoo is to free my hair from any build-up coating my hair, so I don't want them in my hair. As simple as that. The only time I can think about using them in a shampoo, conditioner, and in styling products is when I need to protect my hair from heat styling, like a very straight blowout or flat ironed hair that we like to call cypress. I also avoid shampoos containing petroleum-derived ingredients. Just as silicones, I avoid them. I want oils that are small enough to enter my cuticles to some extent, not oils that will sit on the outside of my cuticles to prevent conditioning agents to do their work in the conditioning step. I also avoid certain preservatives and drying alcohols. Remember, I'm talking from the max hydration standpoint, which is a modification of the curly girl method. So if you follow the curly girl method rules by heart, you will also likely avoid these goodies here that are in some of my products I'm currently using. So my long-term goal is to exclude most of these ingredients while I'm growing my hair out. But if I want to heat style, I will use silicones and everything I need to coat and protect my hair from getting heat damage. But when it comes to only defining my natural curls or doing twists and braid outs, I don't need these silicones and mineral oils coating my hair strands. But yes, I'm talking for my hair, not for your hair. So that's it. I hope my video was helpful. You've got an idea on how shampoos work and you're not afraid using them anymore. Bye bye.
Okay. What do you guys think? Yes, like I said, it's a lot. So, however, what I will do is, I think I'm gonna send this video to you guys. When you got a downtime, take your time to listen to it. It has a lot of good information on it. You know, if you pay attention to, I'm sorry, I'm gonna
Happy
Wait,
New
so I can
Week!
share.
The curls are popping, and this is day 6 here at this end of year 2023. I want to see more hair.
So it's a lot of information, but she presents a lot of good content. So what is Alright, so when you guys have a downtime, feel free to go in it and review it. It will do you guys really good. Alright. Any questions so far on surfactant? No? Any confusion on surfactant? Hydrophilic and lipophilic head, any confusions on that? Any confusion on imactant? No, alright, so let's go into basic detergent agent. Alright, now I'm going to have one person go ahead and read.
Basic detergent agents. There are 4 main types of detergent used in shampoo. Ionic, cationic, non-ionic, and amphoteric. Each of these detergent has a different chemical structure and function in the shampoo. Ionic detergent are most commonly used in shampoo. They have a negatively charged hydrophilic head and effectively remove dirt and oil from the hair. The most common ionic detergent used in shampoo is sodium lauryl sulfate, which can be harsh, drying to the hair and scalp. People with natural hair should use shampoo that contain milder ionic detergents such as sodium lauryl. s- Here,
Are you-
sulfoxetic, or sodium. Oh my goodness.
Are you talking about sodium lauryl sulfate?
Yeah.
Sulfate, and then we're talking about sodium cocoa. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Itionate.
Oh my goodness.
Itionate.
To avoid stripping the hair of its natural oil. Cat ionic detergent have a positive charge hydrophilic head and are commonly used in conditioning shampoo to soften and detangle hair. These detergents are made from quaternary ammonium components or quats. These agents can be beneficial for people with dry or damaged hair, as they help to improve the hair manageability and appearance. Non-ionic surfactants have no electrical charge and are often used in mild shampoo and baby shampoo. They are gentler on the hair and scalp than ionic surfactant and may cause less irritation or dryness. Amphoteric and ampholites have both positive and negatively charged groups and can be either ionic or cationic, depending on the pH of the shampoo. These detergents are often used in pH balanced shampoo that claim to be gentle on hair and scalp. Overall, people with natural hair should use shampoo that contains mild detergent and avoid shampoo that contains harsh sulfates like SLS. It is important to look for shampoo that contains moisturizing detergent to keep hair dehydrated and healthy.
Right. So if you go and look on the right, I don't know if it's on your right or left, the note taking, the pink note taking thing on the side, it kind of gives you the definitions of ionic detergent, cationic detergent, non-ionic, amphoterics. Okay? So you can always read that for your test. I know again because these are they are not necessarily big words, they are just something new to you guys that you have to get used to. So don't get discouraged, not even discouraged is the word, don't get confused by the words. You just have to know, okay, what are these words? What do they mean? So knowing the definition of what something means is super important and how to place them. So, all right. So now we're going to go to the chemistry of water. And I spoke ahead of time when we were talking about water. Second here. Sorry, my internet. chemistry of water. Water is an important component in the natural hair care, as it can have a significant impact on health and appearance of the hair. The chemistry of water refers to the way it interacts with various substances, including hair. Water can be classified as hard or soft, depending on its mineral component. The hard water contains high level of mineral, such as your calcium, your magnesium, which can build up on the hair and scalp over time. This can make hair feel dry, dull, and brittle, and can irritate the scalp and cause dandruff. Hot water can also reduce the effectiveness of shampoo and other hair products by making them less effective at cleaning and conditioning. Soft water, on the other hand, contains fewer minerals and is gradually considered more beneficial for natural hair. Soft water can help keep hair and scalp moisturized and healthy. It can also improve the effectiveness of hair products. To determine if water in your area is hard or soft, you can do a water test by a professional. You can have hard water if you have hard water, consider installing a water softener in your salon or using a clarifying shampoo to remove mineral deposit from the hair and scalp. It is also important to use hair products that are specifically formulated for use in hard water, as this product can counteract the negative effect of mineral buildup on the hair. Any questions on that?
So, with certain products, you can use hard water?
So if you, you don't have much control of your water, right? Because you're not the one that makes the water. So if you know that you do have hard water, all you would need to do is to either use products that support your hard water, is what the text is telling you. You can use their shampoos that specialize to handle hard water, that will take out that heavy build-up, heavy minerals that the hard water would have in your hair. Or you can just buy a water softener.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
And save yourself the headache. And that's again if you are allowed to bring water softener into your salon space.
How does that even work? Yeah, how does that work?
You gotta talk to your landlord. I don't know how it works. I mean, what if you own the building, right?
So if you want to drink like the sink water, is it like a pipe or like a tool that you put there to soften the water? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No, that is purifying your water. Soft water is not purified water.
Okay.
Purifying your water is just removing any kind of dirt, I'm sorry, that maybe your city line didn't clean out. Making your water softer is different. It's good for your hair, it's good for your skin, and I'm very sure it's good for your drinking. But drinking your water is very different. For instance, I'll give you a good example of me. I told you I use well water, right? I use well water. I have a water softener. I have an iron that breaks up the iron in my water, and then I have Cooligan. Anybody knows Cooligan here? Okay. Cooligan is exactly what you just said. It purifies the water so you can drink good water. So that's a water purifier. All those purifiers you buy and you hook them to your tap, and it filters out the dirt that could be in your water. That doesn't soften your water. To soften your water, you need a water softener.
Probably would go outside, go to the pipes, do something with the pipes. If you come out sore. That's just.
You put it on YouTube for us.
It's probably definitely on there. I said it's probably definitely on there. Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah, so how do you get in there? I would probably advise you not to go into your maintenance room, but like I said, most apartment, if you live in an apartment, I can guarantee you, they have a way to soften your water. They do. They do. It's a thing. In Minnesota, it's a thing. So, but if you want to be sure, I mean, you just call your apartment person and ask them. Say, hey, do you guys have a water softener in this building? They have the right to tell you yes or no. They're not gonna say, why are you asking? And if anybody asks you, you say, I'm asking because I live here and it's important to me, and because I wanna make sure the water that I'm using is safe for my body. And if they don't, and then if you say, well, what if we don't? Well, you need to get one. Then you're like, well, you need to get one because the water is bad for my body. Because at that point, then you know that. But I can guarantee you that it is a thing. It's not gonna be. We don't have it. It's a thing in Minnesota.
I think we use cold water. When you go there, you take a shower, you see the cold water.
And that could be very true because they have a pool too, don't they?
Some, not the one that I use.
Okay. All right, let's move on. So we're going to go to pH scale. So any question on hard water and soft water? Okay. So the pH scale is a measurement of acidity or alkalinity of a substance and range from a 0 to 14. All right, I need you guys to bring out your research paper that I gave you. I need you guys to bring that out. And at the back of it, you're going to see your pH scale on there. anybody bring any product to school so we can test out products? No? Okay, good. Even better. All right, can somebody come help me? Let's... Thank you. Let's lift it up. Thank you. All right, do we want to bring some shampoos closer? Conditioners? Well, I'll bring them closer.
Okay.
I'll bring them. Pee-pee. We're gonna do some of this products too. We get to test them. And what I'm going to be looking for is, as you test them, write the name of the product that you're testing, and then I want you to write the pH that you think it is. And we are going to put this back together. Do some oils too. Do some of these oils. And we could do this one and this one. I'm sorry?
She's ready.
Well, we're not ready yet. No, we're not ready yet.
Ready to go?
Yeah, no, we're not ready yet. Yeah, he's gonna be ready in a minute. It's nice. She's like, I'm supercharged. And this is going to be your test strips. Let me see if I have, so one should be good. You're gonna bring your paper with you. You have your pH scale. Now, on your pH scale, awesome. So we have this from my last class. So that way you guys don't feel handicapped. You can just grab one. All right. Who's having fun with chapter 8? Awesome. I'm glad that we're all having fun with chapter 8. Chapter 8 is a lot of fun. Okay, so make sure we have no videos, and I don't think so because right now I have to reboot my computer. The only thing I didn't do this class is put my slide up. I have to fix it for next class. Yeah, so we have no videos. All right, there we go. Yep, that's the activity. Make sure there's nothing else in here that we're missing. Yep, nothing else. Okay. So the pH scale of the hair, the pH scale is measured, is a measure of the acidity or alkalinity of a substance in the hair. So that's how you know if something is really acidic or if something is really alkaline. Because you have a product that is super alkaline, doesn't necessarily mean that it's completely bad news for the hair. It's not always bad news for the hair hair, but the truth of it is, it's how it's used. How that product is used is what matters. So we have chapter 8, 1021. We have pH. And what is pH? What's pH? What does it mean? I don't want you to look at your book. This should already be at what? Your tip of your fingers. What is
Potential hydrogen.
potential hydrogen? You cannot be a natural hairstylist if you don't understand pH. Seriously. That's why we're spending so much time on chapter 8. You cannot be, because there is no way you're going to formulate product, use the right product, if you don't understand the pH in the products. That's what makes your client's hair really good, or you're in the salon damaging people's hair. And there's a ton of hairstylists that damage people's hair, all in the name of they are doing hair. I already told you your skill is one thing, the information you know and have is another. And you want to be more informed than just having skills. Right?
This is
Okay.
exactly what I use. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to test it.
Right? You can't wait to test it? Awesome. So, if we're measuring pH, we know your hair pH. What is hair pH? What's the hair pH?
1.5, 5.5.
Okay, by now I've grilled it into your brain. I'm happy. Finally. All right, so 4.5 to 5.5. That's the hair pH. So now, in the pH, we have acidity and we have alkalinity. Sorry, my accent is getting in the way. At least you understand what I'm saying. And if you don't worry, I'll say it in Nigeria for you. Alkalinity, right? Which just means acidic, alkaline. All right? Now, every product you want to use, where do you want it to be? Towards where should it be pointing? Towards where it should be pointing? Gee, we just failed this class. 101, 101. We just failed this class. Josephine, we want it to be right here. That's where we're traveling. We always don't want to travel downwards. And if you look at your, now I need you to go and look at your pH scale, which is going to be fun. Even tells you, all right, let's go to this pH scale that we have. All right, you see it tells you acidic, then you have your neutrals, right? And then you have alkaline. That's why a lot of times, every single product, that's why even God, because you guys are good spiritual people, even God used water to make everything, because water is a neutral person. No fight, no acid, stays right in the middle of everyone. And that's why every single thing contains water. It moves with everything, right? Every single product on this table could not be formulated without water. Even stones have water in it, if you break it down. Even iron has water. Everything has water. Cut long story short. All right. So when you look at the acidic, like battery, your car battery is very acidic, right? Your stomach acid, when you have your gas, right? You'll be full of acid in there. Vinegar. Your vinegar, that's why vinegar is really good. Your vinegar is very acidic. The battery itself, it has an acidic component to it. Orange juice, very acidic, right? If you want to take your iron, use some orange juice to break it down. Orange is very acidic. Tomato, very acidic. Black coffee, very acidic. Your urine, acidic as well. And then you have your water, at a neutral. Then we have sea salt. It's at an 8. That's why when you go to the beach and you run your hair inside that water, they advise you to jump out of that sea water and rinse off that alkaline, all that sea salt out your hair, because what is going to be dry, right? So you got to bring it back to its pH, which is use water to rinse it out and balance out that hair, bring it back to its natural pH. All right, then we have baking soda, right? Are you guys seeing people detox, right? When you do detox, they said get baking soda. All right, what are the other stuff that people use for detox? Baking soda, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice. All right, baking soda, apple cider vinegar. What else do they use for detoxing? I'm sorry?
Lemonade.
Lemonade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said lemon juice. What else? What? So people put salt in that? No, they don't put salt in that. Son said salt yesterday. We're not cooking, girl. What do? I'm done. She said salt. Are we trying to make food? No. Ayana, it's not break. We are not making food here. All right. Jesus, you're gonna kill me. All right. But then also when you look, really I think this is about the 3 products they use. So now baking soda, it falls under alkaline. We have your indigestible tablet. We have your ammonia solution, your soapy water, your bleach, your drain cleaner, and your lemon. Let me see. Lemon is going to be, I believe lemon is going to be acidic in it. I almost think lemon juice is very acidic too. I don't think that falls. And then your vinegar is also acidic. It's acidic. Vinegar is acidic. And lemon is probably acidic. I'm pretty sure if you research that. But a lot of times, if you mix your essential oil to balance all this out, then you have a perfect mix. You have a perfect mix for the hair. But anyways, you want to make sure that you're staying anything else acidic. You're driving that road versus you're going towards alkaline, because anything that goes away from that pH of 4.5 to 5.5 is going to be what? Alkaline, and it's going to be very drying to the hair. Voila.
I drink alkaline water though.
You drink alkaline water?
It's not the same, right?
Keep drinking. I don't know. I can't tell you what is it for. I don't drink it.
It's
So.
very good for your blood and
Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not teaching blood. That's the person you want to talk to sitting in that chair. She's a medical person. I'm just teaching hair. So I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Yeah. I will not be able to tell you. But what I know is when it comes to hair, you want to make sure that it's acidic. You don't want to go, and that might be a good question. What if I drink alkaline water, would that affect anything? You gotta figure out what does it even do, because I don't drink alkaline water, but I drink apple cider vinegar. 1 teaspoon here and there, which is said is supposed to be good for you. But I believe it's because of this acidic component. It can help break any gas I have. That's why I drink it. All right, so now we're going to do the fun test. Have fun with this. Grab your pH testing strip and let's go and have so much fun testing all this product out. And what I would want you to do, did we read back here? I don't think we read back here. The pH of, did we read back here? I don't think so. Yeah. The pH of the natural hair is usually 4.5 to 5.5, making it slightly acidic. This is because the hair shaft has a protective layer called the cuticle, which consists of overlapping scales that lies flat and helps keep moisture in and harmful substance out. The slightly acidic pH of the natural hair helps keeps the cuticle smooth and intact, which is important for maintaining the health and appearance of the hair. It's important that natural hair care products have a balanced pH, or in other words, a pH similar to the natural hair. Using products that are too acidic or too alkaline, you guys hear that, can upset the pH balance of the hair, which can cause the cuticle to become rough and damaged. This can cause the hair to become dry some natural hair products such as apple cider vinegar conditioner are formulated to balance the pH of the hair and scalp. This product can help restore the hair natural pH and promote healthy growth and development. When choosing natural hair care product, it is important to look for products that have a balanced pH and are specifically formulated to meet the unique needs of the natural hair. So, does that make sense? So please, you can also use products that are very acidic, not necessary that you would stay away from products that are alkaline in nature. And don't forget, like your neutralizers. Did I tell you that your neutralizers are going to be more higher? They'll have more higher pH because they are strippers. They are meant to strip your hair. So they are going to be higher in pH, and I left it back there. So product like that, when you're using anything that is higher in pH of your hair, you have to find other product that can balance it out. Bring that pH down. That's why when you're using a neutralizer or you're using a clarifying shampoo, you might want to follow it with a real good that deep conditioner, or you might want to follow it up with a nice conditioner, let it sit under the dry for like 10-15 minutes so you can retain and bring back those moisture into the hair.
Can you bring back moisture after using it with oil?
Can you bring back after using it with oil?
No, like after using a clarifying shampoo, can you put oil in your hair? to bring
You
it
can, but what would you, if you use clarifying shampoo, you have to use a conditioner. But say for instance, you're doing dreads, right? And you use a clarifying shampoo to wash their hair because it's really dirty, or you do like a detox for them, then you don't use conditioner, right? So you could do a clarifying to wash twice, kind of like relaxer. You do a clarifying, you wash twice, and then you wash with a moisture retention also twice, or once, right? Moisture retention shampoo is gonna put back those oils because it also have a component of oils in there, and then you rinse that out, and then you put all your oils in their hair. But if it's just loose hair, then you want to use a neutralizing shampoo, a conditioner for 10-15 minutes under a dryer, so it can heat that up, and you dry it out, then you put your oils.
Okay.
That make sense? Okay, let's get up. Let's do it. Hold on, Kate. And please, we need to use a dispenser right here. Do not put your hands in those products, please. Let's get a bowl, and we can break this into halves. We'll get a bowl and put them in there. And you need very little, please. Only dispense very little. You don't need a lot. Maybe both. sounds good, thank you. Hello? Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm going to check one first. They're not so right now. I'm going into my
But you said this is the sixth.
Tu veux monter chez elle, n'y dis pas.
So this is the sixth.
Il peut aller mon couteau, tu vois. Oh, okay.
tu ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tó ti wá kéèyàn lè mọ̀. Kò sẹ́ni téèyàn bá jà ọ́ téèyàn bá mọ ẹni tó ń ṣèyàn. Okay. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, fine.
So make sure you guys write in the pH number that you're getting, okay? Yeah.
Everything I've been with sixes. in between 8 and 7? Would you say? So I don't know if you guys like those patches. I'm thinking 8. Is this supposed to stay out?
Maybe shake it first.
Really good. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, she stirred down there. He said, hopefully when we get home, we'll get her out. Yeah. Oh,
No. I said hopefully when the girl, well, that too, hopefully. But when you're done with this, we don't we'll have to leave it all back.
oh.
Maybe she could just get everything in there.
Oh, and she already had it down. She was just match it with,
Hers.
yeah.
Ooh, that too.
Let's see.
So what is in between, I put 5 and 7? Or 5, 5 and 5? necessary that it's not always accurate, which is good for what we need to do. Close enough.
How is it going, ladies?
Good.
Having fun?